Tonight on NewsWatch 18, find out why multiple copies of the Daily went missing.
And I'll let you know all about the blood drive this past week.
I'll tell you how the ISU football team is looking this season.
It was another cloudy, cool, and wet day. Will we get a break in the clouds? And will our temperatures warm up anytime soon? I'll let you know. You're watching NewsWatch 18.
This is NewsWatch 18. NewsWatch 18 starts now.
Good evening, and welcome to the Tuesday, October 14th edition of NewsWatch 18. I'm Rachel Demmer.
And I'm Jenna Urich. Co-founder of Outsports.com, Sid Ziegler, is coming to Iowa State. He will present the LGBT athletes and moments that changed the sports world forever. Ziegler has written on athletes coming out on all levels of sports. He has also written on the impact homophobia has on closeted athletes. Recently, he was on the team that helped execute the strategy for Michael Sam's coming out prior to the NFL draft. Ziegler will be speaking at the Memorial Union in the Sunroom Thursday at 8 p.m. His talk is free and open to the public.
Iowa State had its annual Norman Borlaug Lecture last evening in the Great Hall of the Memorial Union. NewsWatch 18's Tyler Tweeten has a story.
Iowa State students had the opportunity to attend the annual Norman Borlaug Lecture last evening entitled The Golden Age of Wheat Production, given by 2014 World Food Prize winner Sanjaya Rajaram. President Stephen Leith was in attendance last evening and was the introductory speaker for Dr. Rajaram, whose primary topics included the legacy of Norman Borlaug, issues facing the wheat industry today, and what upcoming plant science students can do to get involved with research. Dr. Rajaram was presented with an award of appreciation for his lecture and his work with Dr. Borlaug. Another event in conjunction with the lecture included the Norman Borlaug Poster Contest, a competition in which graduate and undergraduate students in the plant science field presented their research prior to the lecture. 3 students from the undergraduate and 3 from the graduate programs were then chosen as the top finishers in each category and given an award for their works. For ISU TV, I'm Tyler Tweeten.
After 50 years, fraternity Sigma Chi is building a new house. The house is being built for $3.5 million. Construction of the new house will increase the size from 13,000 square feet to 17,000 square feet, and the house capacity to 52 members. Many new amenities are being added to this historic home that include 4-person suites, a cafe, a conference room, libraries, a home theater, and a rec room. The active chapter is currently residing in the Larch Residence Hall and is very anxious for the completion of this project. Construction began in early July and is projected to be completed in the fall of 2015.
Iowa State welcomes new sorority Alpha Phi to campus. Adding another sorority to campus gives women the chance to be founding members in September. Alpha Phi set up booths around Central Campus and the Memorial Union. Alpha Phi's philanthropy is bringing awareness to the heart disease, the #1 cause of death to women. Alpha Phi will host the philanthropy, the Red Dress Gala, next spring. Alpha Phi went through their formal recruitment and recruited over 130 girls. The educational leadership consultant Stephanie Trippi said, "We will be participating in all Greek events and all of the other fun traditions that go along with being a part of the Greek community."
Homecoming wasn't the only action on campus last week. Jenna Urich has the details.
The annual Iowa State Blood Drive was held at the Memorial Union last week. Planning for this event started last spring with the selection of committee members. Co-director Kenny Wade says the blood drive is not possible without the help of volunteers.
We have them do everything from handing out cookies to escorting people to the right spot, and even just having people sign their name down and helping the blood center staff do some registration things.
Wade has been involved with the blood drive since his sophomore year, serving on the academic committee, and now as co-director for the past 2 years. Wade says for those nervous about giving blood, it is all a mental game.
If you are very nervous, just tell somebody. The staff here and all of the volunteers are really good at helping you get through it. I mean, I've had to stand next to a complete stranger and just make goofy faces at them for about 10 minutes to help them get through volunteering. It's really just a mind game in that the needles aren't that big, they're not that scary. You don't see the blood if you don't want to look at the blood, and it's really just pretty easy stuff. It's the best way to save 3 lives, and it's not that hard.
This year, the Iowa State Blood Drive was able to attain more than 1,900 units of blood, which will help save nearly 6,000 lives.
Whether you're A positive or O negative, you can still donate blood at the blood drive and save 3 lives. For ISU TV, I'm Jenna Urich. Another one of the many additions in the Greek community is the Delta Tau Delta House. Delta Tau Delta is another fraternity that is building a new house as well. The size of the house will be nearly doubled to 27,000 square feet and have its members' capacity increased to 64. The aesthetic upgrades of the house will include suite-style rooms, study rooms similar to the ones found at Parks Library, and a large lecture room to more appropriately represent current trends in Greek housing, especially at Iowa State. Construction of the project began this past June and will be completed on August 2015. Now we're joined by Paris at the desk. Paris, what's new in Cyclone sports?
Well, Jenna, Iowa State football is making headlines. I'll give you all the details right after the break. Stay tuned, you're watching NewsWatch 18.
Ever wonder what makes us, the Smurfs, so happy? The forest, of course! This is where we, along with the beautiful forest creatures, make our home with beautiful plant life, clean water, and endless adventures. It's a place to celebrate. So discover the forest with your family today. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Get your ass. You're not sitting here. Yes, I am. Give it to him hard! No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Iowa State tight end E.J. Bibbs has made the cut for the midseason watch list of the John Mackey Award. The award is given annually to the nation's top tight end. Chicago native Bibbs is having a standout senior season in which he is leading the team with 22 receptions and 4 touchdowns. He ranks 4th in career receiving yards and 5th in receptions by a tight end in school history. He has caught a pass in all 8 teams of his college career and is looking to extend that streak throughout 2014. Bibbs was an All-Big 12 second-team selection last year with 39 passes. The Mackey Award will announce its semifinalists on November 17th. Another Cyclone was recognized this week for his performance in Week 7. Kicker Cole Netton received the Lou Groza Award Star of the Week for connecting on all 3 of his field goal attempts in the victory against Toledo this past weekend. Netton, a native of Ankeny, Iowa, is 7 for 7 on field goal attempts and 18 for 18 on PATs this season. He is one of only 6 kickers in the FBS who has not missed a kick. He has been successful on 80% of his career kicks and has a streak of 10 field goals dating back to last season. Netton will look to continue his streak when the Cyclones take on Texas this Saturday in Austin. The Cyclone volleyball team earned a hard-fought win over the Sooners this past Sunday at home to improve to 9-6 overall in the season. Redshirt sophomore Morgan Kurt recorded a stellar night with 21 kills and 11 digs for her first career double-double. Outside hitter Mackenzie Bigby added with 14 kills for a season high, and Samara West came in with 11 kills to tie her season record. Setter Suzanne Horner contributed 56 assists in the 3-1 victory. The win snapped Oklahoma's 8-match win streak against Big 12 opponents. The Cyclones travel to the University of South Dakota for a non-conference matchup today, where head coach Christy Johnson Lynch will look to secure her 200th career win. Cyclone fans have the chance to score some great items in this week's athletics auction. This week's top bid is a chance to run out of the tunnel with the team before they take on Oklahoma on November 1st. Other items up for auction include watching the game from the PA announcer's booth and having a press box experience during the Oklahoma game. Bidding has begun and will continue until next Monday, October 20th, when the auction closes at 4 p.m. And that's all I've got for your Cyclone Sports Report. How long can we expect this beautiful fall weather to stick around?
The winds were strong out there today, but will they be dying down anytime soon? I'll let you know coming up after the break.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until there's no secret that makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this dangerous, but they are returned.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
It was another cool and cloudy, wet day out there. Currently outside our studio right now, 58 degrees with a north wind at 18 miles per hour at dew point and a very comfortable 40 degrees out there at this evening. Current conditions across the state, we see 55 in Fort Dodge, 50 in Mason City, 53 in Waterloo, and we can start to see that some clearing conditions are happening out to our west, and that will continue throughout this evening. Those winds were strong out there this morning, however, they're slightly starting to calm down out there this afternoon. 30 miles an hour is the highest reading out in Natoma right now, 16 in the city of Des Moines, 18 here in the city of Ames. However, if we notice out west, we're in the single digits with those wind miles per hour out there. So highs today, we hit 63 here in Des Moines and Ames as well. If you notice, we had clearing out west, and so our temperatures were allowed to warm up. However, where those clouds stuck around today, we stayed in the lower 50s. So tomorrow will eventually start to warm up as those clouds continue to slide off to the east with our big upper level low as it continues to slide off to the east this evening. And that will continue to lead those clouds to decrease throughout this evening and will eventually cause those mostly clear conditions by tomorrow afternoon. If we take a look at the bigger picture, we can see those clear conditions are out to the west. However, to our east, we see there's all that rain and clouds that we have been dealing with for the past 2 days, which has led to some very impressive rainfall totals here in the state. Now, on the front side of this, we've had some severe weather over the past 48 hours, leading to some tornado watches, even tornado warnings earlier today. We saw impressive severe weather outbreak yesterday across Arkansas, Kentucky, and even Illinois, where some tornado warnings with actual tornadoes touched down in October, which is sort of rare for this time of month. But however, we do have those tornado watches. Now, another thing we are watching is hurricane out there. It is a category 3 right now, and it may make landfall, so we'll keep an eye on that. And now that's why we have those hurricane warnings out there this evening. So since precip since midnight, we've seen 32/100ths of an inch here in the city of Des Moines. The higher amounts have been east, where the rain has been falling all day long. As we see out west, it has been drier as we had that clearing earlier today. Taking a look at future casts, we can see those clouds will continue to move off to the east this evening, leading to a sunny morning waking up tomorrow. So it will be easier to get out of the bed tomorrow morning. Those clouds will stick around sort of across eastern Iowa. However, they will continue to push off to the east throughout the day, and eventually by tomorrow evening, we should see completely clear skies across the whole entire state, and then that will lead into a perfect Thursday afternoon. Now, forecast low of 41 tonight. Those winds will be continue gusting up to 30 miles an hour. However, we'll see a drop in the winds after midnight. However, we'll see that gusty northwest wind at 17 to 22 miles an hour. 67 will be your high tomorrow under mostly sunny conditions with a northwest wind at 9 to 13 miles an hour. And we'll continue to see that warm up. By Thursday, we'll be at 67. Friday, we'll be at 63. However, we'll have a cold front move through by Friday night, dropping our temperatures down to 57. However, by the remainder of the week, we'll be in the 50s as well.
Midterm elections are coming up fast, and you can now vote early at the Memorial Union. This week, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., students can register and vote in the Pride Lounge. Learning from past experiences, Story County Auditor Zoe Kutzritz learned that during the 2012 elections, lines were too long. President of the ISU College Republicans, Jonathan Lauder, is happy to see a familiar location that will encourage students to vote. Students can also vote early at Hy-Vee East and West and the Collegiate Methodist Church this week.
Ames City Council members plan to meet today to discuss a variety of community topics, which include various Iowa State University matters. Ames City Council members will discuss the Iowa State University Research Park Corporation expansion, Greek parking, as well as Thyroid routing. Research Park is looking to initiate their third phase of their expansion plan, looking for additional funding and a change in their zoning ordinance. Also on the agenda is Thyroid's request for the City Council to approve of the Thyroid Route Pavement Improvement Plan, which will reconstruct certain routes that have been damaged by heavy bus traffic. The minutes for the meeting will be released by the City Council tomorrow morning. And that's it for this edition of NewsWatch 18.
Be sure to tune in next week for more cyclone news, weather, and